everyone, I'm Tina. Today I want to talk about the psychological benefits of traveling. Okay, here's a question. Can you guys remember your last travel? And how did you feel about your last travel? If it's hard to remember, maybe it's too far away. Try to imagine you are in Osaka or in Thailand now. Maybe you are ready to go shopping. Maybe you are enjoying the sunshine and the summer breeze. Okay, when you have the image or memory of traveling, you may feel lighter, more relaxed, and happier. Traveling is often seen a way to accompany family or friends, have me time if you have a solo trip, or to relax, experience new things, or just have fun. However, today I want to say is traveling, it brings benefit to our mental health. Here's today's content. I will explain how traveling influence our mental health. The first is stress reduction. The second is positive emotional impact. Next, we have cognitive and personal development. Okay, let's move on to the stress reduction. Traveling removes us from our stressful routine. In our daily life, we maybe have a lot of difficulty or challenges, such as our work, our deadlines, and maybe constant notification. And this kind of repetitive schedules make our brains in a mode of alertness, and it's hard to relax. However, when we have travel, we come to a new environment. And how does it work? When we are exposed to unfamiliar sights, unfamiliar food, and sound, people, etc., our brain naturally step away from our responsibility we face every day. For example, my friend told me she's an exchange student. She go to Japan last month, and she told me the time in Japan is much more relaxed in Taiwan. Even if she is exchange student, so her student work is not that so much. So we can say how it works. Second, travel can reset our brain and reduce cortisol level. Psychologists note that our long-term stress are linked with our cortisol. What is cortisol? It's a stress hormone, and it can influence our blood pressure and memory. However, if we have too much cortisol, what will happen? We may have more anxiety, insomnia, and low level of interest and motivation, and so on. And traveling can help us turn into a recovery mode, which is it can helping us control our cortisol level in a balanced way. Okay, let's move on to the positive emotional impact after the stress reduction. First, before traveling, you guys might have this kind of experience. You might think about, now I study so hard, now I work so hard, and after the winter vacation begins, I can go to Japan. So you will insist your schoolwork. So you guys can understand why a lot of people take travel as a reward of normal life because it's a spark. Then during the preparation, our expectation is boosted. For example, packing your luggage, searching where you can go in certain city. And here's the positive emotion impact before traveling. Then during the traveling, our brain will be activated, so we can get more positive emotion. When we encounter unfamiliar food scenery, our brain may get more curiosity, joy, inspiration, excitement, and so on. And after our trip, because we already got a lot of beautiful memories, it's memorable. And after we go back to our life, maybe we encounter some obstacles. We can think about the memory and the positive emotion which brings from our memory can balance with our negative emotion. So we can say traveling can improve overall emotional regulations and well-being. Last, we have cognitive and personal development. An important benefit of traveling is because we can encounter different people who has different background with us, so we can have observation of what they think, what they do, and new cultures and ideas can broaden our perspective, so we can view this world in a more flexible and wider way. Then during the trip, it maybe happen some unexpected unexpected condition. So it can help us to enhance our ability of problem solving and ability. Then before the trip, you may have a lot of mission, like you need to plan a budget, accommodation, and so on. And planning skill is really practical. It's really crucial of our academic and professional field. And according to a survey conducted by the travel platform Klook, including 7,000 valid response, over 60% of travelers said after traveling they get more confidence because traveling is a kind of challenging, and they have a sense of achievement as well. Now we can have our conclusion. Traveling is not only an entertainment, but also a meaningful activity that strengthens our mental well-being in various ways, like reduce our stress, help us get more positive emotions, and help our personal development. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.